Hello! Oh, it looks like, fingers crossed, I'm live. Let me know if you're in the chat. I think we've got a couple of people in there. Let me know if everything is working. Now I'm not sure. It said I was live and it says it's waiting. Oh, it says it's waiting for me. Hello? Oh, okay, right. Are we working? Someone let me know if we're working. I thought that was way too easy. It just looked like it all worked and then suddenly it didn't. Yeah, anyway. Merry Christmas, everybody. Not entirely sure if I'll be able to get another stream in this year. I might not, but I'm going to be on with patchy internet, so I don't know. So this might be our last stream, and as I said, Christmas party. I'm wearing the Christmas jumper, although it's actually really warm and I'm sweating. But I said I'd wear the Christmas jumper. I did bring along a couple of conversation points. Want to talk about this order dissatisfaction rate from Etsy. I was planning on making an actual proper video about it, but the year finished too quickly, so we'll just get on that here today. And I would love to hear what everyone is planning for Christmas, what you're all up to. Yeah, and we can chat about all of that. And I have to make Etsy's Christmas present, so let's get started with that. So I'm not actually going to give Etsy this. It's a bit mean, but we joked about it before, so calls for Etsy. So I'm going to see if I can felt such a thing. A couple of little blobs of coal. So let's see what happens. Never done this before. A little bit of felting totally off the cuff. Right, let's see who we've got in the chat. Georgia Rocks, hello there. Good morning, you. Good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I think that about covers everyone who's likely to be awake just now. Art Lover Handmade, hello there. Veronica, yay, made it. Cool, good to see you there. Sophie, hello. Hello, Pam, and everyone. So, hello to everyone too. New to you by Amanda, hello there, good morning. And Guinea Pig Weekly's in the house, hello to you as well. And Barbara, hello from California. Good to see you all. Awesome. Up nice and early for most of you. In the UK it's 4 o'clock as normal. I was thinking about going live a little bit later to give everyone a chance for a lazy morning and whatnot, but then I figured if I left it till later I would just procrastinate and not get anything done, so I'll do it just now. And then hopefully that's hopefully most of you can make it. You're kind of used to me at this time now. Oh, Veronica has some Lady Grey brewing. Let's do it. Oh, I've heard of Earl Grey, but not Lady Grey. I've treated myself to the most bizarre concoction, because in the shop they were selling some different latte type, chai latte type thing, which I thought sounded exciting but actually looks revolting and smells a bit revolting. So I've put a bit of that in with it's a fancy hot chocolate, but it's supposed to be a tea blend. And then I put a little bit of coffee in with it as well. So it actually does, it hides the taste of the thing that I bought in the first place. Woohoo! Amanda's from Texas, yay! And Mandy, hello! Hello guys! Right, so I should have a link in the comments here talking about the customer service performance thingamabob. Oh, I don't have everything. Have I got everything in? All the tabs I want? Yes, I think I've got them. Right, so firstly we'll have a link to pull up the screen. Firstly, if you haven't already seen it, if you have an Etsy shop, this thing called the customer service performance, it's been kind of hidden and now people are starting to see it and I get it, totally freaking out when you're seeing it. This is the customer service performance. I've got a link for how to get to it. I don't know how you get to it without having a link. I got a link, I don't know who, it was up in the forums one time and I've just kept hold of it. So your order dissatisfaction rate, the ODR that so many people are talking about, they're calling it a reliable measure of the quality of customer services a seller provides to their buyers. This is the percentage of your shop orders with a case or a 1 or 2 star review. All shops must maintain an order dissatisfaction rate of less than 1% to sell on Etsy. And this is what people are absolutely freaking out over. And I totally understand that. It sounds like it's saying you want to have less than 1%. So if you've got a case or a 1 or 2 star review, and that just means you can only have one of them in every 100 sales on Etsy, which is pretty tricky if you're having some difficult customers. And I mean, someone who leaves you a 1 or 2 star review might also pull up a case, or, you know, I'm trying to remember if they can do that. I think they probably can. So yeah, this could be a big problem, and especially people who are not selling that many items. If you sell only 50 items and one person leaves a low review, then that's going to cause you a huge problem. That puts you up to 2% already. And yeah, so people are freaking out because it sounds like you need to be less than 1% to sell on Etsy. So if you haven't already, you can click on that and see what it's saying. Thankfully, I'm at 0% just now. Touch wood. I hope that stays. So it says, keep up the good work. You're meeting Etsy customer service standards. Continue providing great service by dispatching on time, ensuring your listings and shop policies are accurate, and answering your buyers' questions quickly. Again, this line is freaking people out, especially if they've got higher than 0%. They're thinking that you're having to, if you dispatch late or if your policies or something are not quite up to date, then that's going to affect you. But it tells you at the top here, this is calculated only on 1 or 2 star reviews or an open case. If you dispatch late, all that can happen is a customer might give you a bad review. It's not saying that shipping late is going to cause you a problem here, but I totally get why people are freaking out. And tells you here, it's given you the time period it's looking at to give me that is from the 16th of September to the 14th of November. So it's not counting the past month, which I guess is kind of a bit scary for some people. If you've got a lot of Christmas things, you don't know what's going to be coming in. But it means people that ordered now haven't got their items yet, so we don't know if they're going to give a good or a bad thingamajig. And it's saying in that time period I had 43 orders and none of them had a case or a low review, which I'm super happy about. So that's that thing. Let's come back to me. So what I'm doing for my coals at the minute, I'm just loosely felting sort of square round balls. Even English? Not. But you hopefully see what I mean. Alright, check the chat. Where did we get to? Lena's in the house. Hello there. Good to see you. Veronica. Oh, Lady Grey is Earl Grey with lavender. Sounded awful the first time you heard of it, but you like it. Oh, it sounds like it would be good for you. See, you're just reminding me to drink my bizarre concoction. It looks disgusting on the side of the mug. Lena, it's always awesome to see you. No, we know your work is a nightmare for you, having to travel all the time. Awesome to see you when you can. George on the Rocks, why not satisfaction versus dissatisfaction? Yeah, I know. It's always negative about these things. Archie Love Handmade, thumbs up for Pam. Oh, thank you so much. Happy Sunday. And yeah, if anyone else doesn't absolutely hate me, if you can throw me in a thumbs up, that would be awesome. It doesn't really do anything apart from make me feel kind of good and maybe tell YouTube that I'm not awful. Dimitra, hello Pam, hello everybody, hello there. Oh Sophie, yours is at 3.8%. Oh yikes indeed, but don't worry, I'll get to that. But yeah, that I get people are freaking out, mainly because your US customers don't realise I'm in the UK and that shipping may take a little longer, so they open cases. That totally sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. Thankfully, I haven't. I'm clearly in the UK also. Thankfully, I haven't had that problem. I mean, I do get people going, "Where's my item?" and you look and you go, "Posted it 2 days ago," but generally they're okay. George on the Rocks, this wasn't thought out well. Why am I felting coals for each? I feel bad being so negative, but really, it's been a year, hasn't it? Well, I think the first half of the year was okay, but then we had what was the first disaster they did? It wasn't the ads. Was it the ads first? No, it wasn't the ads first. Oh, the free shipping, that wonderful thing that came about. So there was the free shipping thing and then changing the ads. So yeah, it's been a good year of not thought out well things. Yeah, Sophie, yeah, that was something, it doesn't show on mine, but I have seen it on other people say that even if someone leaves you a negative review by accident and then like they give you 1 star thinking 1 star means awesome or their finger slips, it doesn't count if they change it. They go, "Oh, I didn't mean that," and change it. And I think that is really absolutely rubbish. If someone clears their... And right, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. As far as I can tell, because that's something that's been on E-Rank for quite a while, I'm not letting out secrets and things. E-Rank tells you if you've got, what your reviews are, good reviews and bad reviews, and your percent of stars. And what happens is we're getting the API that Etsy provides information for companies like E-Rank to be able to do this. So it's the numbers that Etsy supplies, and we've realised that the numbers that Etsy supply, they don't correct if a review's low and then it's corrected to a high. Etsy don't correct that in the API. So I'm thinking it's not a case of they don't want to correct it. It's just a case of one department is using this API software that doesn't correct it, and rather than say, "Can you fix the software?" they just can't be bothered, and they're just saying, "Well, you were given a negative review, so there you go." That's my thinking. Anyway, River City Creative, hello there, and Shabby Wonder, hello from Swansea. Lily, what am I making today? Today we are making Etsy's Christmas present, which is going to be coals, or it might be going to be coals. I have not even experimented with this. I have a small idea in my head, and we'll see how it works out. How many lumps of coal do we think Etsy should get? I've got 4 so far. I think maybe 1 more will give a pleasing pile of coals for Etsy. Coals for Etsy. And I'm being Santa Grinch. You didn't think I'd have a cheerful Christmas jumper, did you? Arena, hello, it's great to see you. It's great to see you too. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. It's totally awesome. Like I said in the beginning, I know we've got a few extra people in. I'm not entirely sure. This might be my last live stream of the year. I'm going to visit Mum's. I've got some activities. I haven't told her this yet. I've got some potential activities that we might be able to do, but last year I do know we tried to live stream and it totally did not work. I have a more powerful laptop. I will take all my stuff with me. It might work. So if you want to see me embarrassing my mum entirely, and a little bit of a Highland Scottish Christmas, then don't forget to ring the bell on YouTube so you let know when I'm going live. Anyway, where did we get to? Art Lover, have you got your Twitter account working yet? Would love to share my needle feltings with you. My Twitter is working. It's there. I'm pretty sure it's Ben McFuzzy Lugs. I don't understand Twitter. I've had a Twitter account for like 10 years or longer because we were told, when we started on Etsy, everyone was saying, you've got to get a Twitter account, you've got to get this, you've got to get that. But nobody ever explained you've got to get these things and know how to use them. That's why when I give advice on this, it's not get all the social media. It's get the one that you understand, build up on that, and then once you've done that, move on to something else. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do as a consumer on Twitter. I don't know how I'm supposed to enjoy it. So if I'm not on the platform and I don't know how to enjoy it, then I don't know kind of how to use it, if that makes sense. But if anyone wants to let me know, because I know there's tons of people still using Twitter, which is awesome. I mean, so many other platforms have come and gone in the time, and Twitter's still there. I just literally don't understand it. I try, I go on it, and I don't get it. Should that be my project for next year? I'm doing Pinterest. I'm learning about Pinterest a lot more better, because people ask me about that all of the time, and that's my most amount of traffic by far comes from Pinterest. So I'm going to work on Pinterest. Where did we get to? Sophie, Coles. Yep. Coles for Etsy. Yeah, I think everyone knows about the Coles for Christmas kind of thing. Coles in your stocking. It's not just a UK thing. I'm sure it's worldwide. Beth, Merry Christmas. Hello there. Bexy, just popping in to say hi. Hello there. Love the lump of coal. Yay. Just currently circuiting my own Christmas tag, so I'll watch the replay later. Awesome. Cool. George thinks he created a monster. George, yes, on a live. Remember, don't have like. I'm not sure what you mean there, George. Sorry. Reading and speaking at the same time are not easy for me. Right, I have 5 coals, and I'm going to join them together and then make them more coaly. They're a bit sort of fluffy. I want to do random edges and stuff. So I'm going to join them together and see what they look like. A lot of the time with needle felting, what I do is I start to look at where a dent's showing. Do I like that? I'll keep that. I'll work on it more. Or do I not like that? Then I'll do something else. So just encouraging the wool the way I want it to go. Veronica, I still think the best way to improve your standing on social media is to have awesome listing photos that other people will share. I absolutely agree. For all the work, I mean, it's good. Like growing on YouTube, I decided I wanted to grow on YouTube, and I've done that. But that's a whole lot of work. Whereas way back in the past, I made a video that people liked and people shared it without me doing loads of work. So there's a difference between the viral thing is the thing that we want to aim for. That's the big thing. That's awesomeness. But going viral isn't an easy thing to aim for. So yes, absolutely, make the awesome pictures, and they'll get shared on all platforms. Other people will do the work for you. But we can also be mindful and deliberately try and grow on a platform as well. But yeah, you need awesome pictures. The awesome pictures are the best way of doing it. This is not looking very coal-like. Trying to make wool coal, but I have ideas. It's going to come together. I'm determined. Maybe that way up. I'll play about with it, see what I feel like. But yeah, when I say like Pinterest is my biggest draw, and it is, but I have a Pinterest account. I post things to it, and my pins get no love at all. They don't get noticed at all. And I know why, and I'm going to work on that. But the reason I'm getting all the traffic from Pinterest is other people have found some of my listings and they pin them. And it's exactly the same. My Instagram had maybe a couple of hundred followers, which is really quite awesome. But somebody else shared my work and atted me. chatted me. Yes, so that's what the cool kids say. Someone shared my work and said at Ben McFuzzylugs, this is, this is her work. Love this kind of thing. And I got 10 times the number of followers overnight. Freaked me out until I realised what had happened. I was just like, why am I getting hundreds of messages? And how do you work Instagram messages? And how do I deal with all of this? Because I use everything with my PC mainly, so I was getting all these messages and I didn't know how to even open them. And then people are wanting pictures and links and things, and I'm like, okay, well, I can do that on my phone, but how do I send links on my phone? This is literally, I do everything on my PC. I know so many people do everything on their phone, but anything that requires any kind of work, any links or pictures, I can send a picture on my phone. I can manage that, but links, no, I don't even do that. So I was freaking out, and at the same time I was like, how do I deal with people? I don't know how to work this platform, so that was a bit terrifying. But yeah, Veronica, have great items and take great photos. Yeah, absolutely. We see this again and again. The things that get shared, the things that go viral are awesome things. They're beautiful pictures. They're great lifestyles. There are people who can sort of do that naturally, who can do it mindfully, who know the right pictures to take, who know the things to do. So you can deliberately build your social media, but quite a lot of the time it's the lucky person that just knows exactly, just hits the right trend at the right time and blows up out of nowhere. These are, I don't know what this looks like, but it doesn't look like coals. I think it's the way that coals don't stack up so neatly, so I'm just going to randomly, there we go, pile of coals rather, that's better. Right. Ooh. I've just thrown my mouse on the floor. No, I am going to need that, right? Excuse me. Wake the dog up doing that too. Right. This is where it's difficult doing... Oh, ow, ow, ow. Doing a live stream from your sitting room. Glamorous, isn't it? Yeah. That should be my plan for next year, is to set up live streaming upstairs at the actual studio underneath the spare bedroom. Art lover. Me being a woman of a certain age, Twitter took some time to work out. Yep. I think most of us are of a certain age, to be honest. Many of us, and yes, I'm certainly not quite that wonderful youthful. That's all good though. Little bird, hello there. Hello Pam and everyone. Hope you had a great week. Hello there. Yes, indeedy. Week flew by, but all the orders that had to be out for Christmas are out, so hopefully will be arriving with people. And most of them, most of the last lot I sent out were UK ones, so my Christmas orders should all be with the people that ordered them already. This is the soonest I've ever got ahead in things. And I put my shipping dates, I think it's now like the end of January now before people expect to get anything. And I turned off my ads. And my shop has absolutely died, but I'm good with that. If I don't get too much work to do over Christmas, that would be awesome. I think I've got about 7 or 8 orders left to do, so yeah, that sounds good. I could maybe even work on some of my sketches and do other stuff over Christmas. Gigsy Art, do you know the best day to post an item to Etsy? Nope, that is not something I've spent time particularly worrying about. It is something you could experiment with, but I really don't think it'll make that much of a difference. The fresh out of the gate views on Etsy are not, for me, they're not that particularly high. If you're gonna think of times, what I would do is experiment a little bit with what time you post to social media, what that gets the best attention. Probably something, I was going to say like Facebook, but probably they're all kind of similar in that if you post in the middle of the night, if you post too late, it might kind of get buried with other posts coming in. But if you post so that people are seeing it just when they're getting online, then that can do pretty good. You're up there in the forefront. I haven't worked on it quite enough to be 100% sure, but it does. Certainly some groups and things, being Scottish helps a whole lot, because I can get my post in when everyone else is still in bed before it gets drowned with things. So people will come on, look at all the listings before they post theirs, so they might like or comment on my listing and it start my post on social media. So it can help to get in just before everybody comes online. Might be similar on Etsy, but I've not seen a big enough change to make it worth it for me. So yeah, I think the social media is more important. And by the way, hi, hello. Right, let's get on to this other page. So this is explaining more the order dissatisfaction, hate the term, the order dissatisfaction thingy. I also have a link to this page, and this screen, there we go, and this explains it a little bit better, because people see that, they see that has to be less than 1% and utterly freak out, and I do not blame them. But this explains a little more that it's not quite as cut and dry. It's not like if you have more than 1%, your shop is going to be shut down. That is what people are worrying about, and I completely understand that, because that's what it makes it look like. So I also found this document. So, why did my shop receive a customer service warning? If your shop received a customer service warning email, it means that your buyers were unsatisfied with the customer service your shop is providing. On Etsy, shops are expected to offer great customer service to buyers. Great customer service is what helps buyers trust shops and Etsy with their business. We measure it through the order dissatisfaction rate. This is the number of orders with low reviews or cases against your shop divided by the number of orders a shop has reached over a given period of time. It's also multiplied by 100. That's how a percent works, Etsy, but yeah, whatever. This article provides information about what may happen if a shop's customer service doesn't meet the service level standards, and tips to prevent an unsatisfied buyers. So this is the thing. It's not just the order dissatisfaction rate. So if you didn't receive a customer service warning email, your shop is currently in good standing with Etsy. Isn't that cheerful? If we didn't message you to tell you that you were doing horrible, you're doing awesome, well done. When is a customer service warning email sent to a shop? If a shop receives a customer service warning from Etsy's trust and safety team, this means the ODR is above acceptable threshold. Shops that have a high ODR need to show sustainable customer service improvement and maintain it below 1% in order to continue selling on Etsy. We understand low reviews and cases may occur on occasion and can be a normal and accepted part of business. Etsy's ODR is intended to prevent patterns of unsatisfying buyers continuing in a shop. So basically, it's a little fuzzy there, but they are trying to say they know that it can happen, or I hope they know that it can happen. They'd have to be sacking quite a lot of their own people. They know it can happen, but they don't want to see a pattern of it. They don't want to see it going over time. So sometimes you can slip up for one customer, sometimes you can slip up. You can have a bad week, a bad month, but they don't want to keep seeing this. Okay, so for shops otherwise compliant with Etsy's policies and expectations, warnings will only be sent if a shop meets the following criteria. So it's not even just one thing. The shop's order dissatisfaction rate is 1% or higher. the shop has 3 or more orders with a case or low review since its first sale. So, I mean, that's tricky, like since your very first sale. So, but if you're just a small shop, this does make it easier. So you won't even get a letter. If you've sold 10 items and one customer was a pig to you, you won't get the letter because you only have one order. It's 3 or more orders with a case or low review. And the shop has 2 or more orders placed within a 60-day evaluation period that resulted in a case or low review. So for little shops, that's not going to kill you if your first customer's a pig to you or something. For bigger shops, this does get trickier. I mean, I think anyone who's making decent sales will have 3 or more orders with a case or low review since your very first sale. I'm trying to... Actually, no, touch wood. I've had 1 case and nothing below 3 stars. So, fingers crossed. But in general, it's not a weird thing that a shop could have three or more. So that's accepted. And so then 2 or more orders placed within this 60-day that resulted in a case or low review. So it's not just that 1%. So that's a start. Still, it's not the greatest thing on earth, but it's sounding a little better, a little less scary. Etsy considers a shop order ODR, right, to be a reliable measurement of the quality of customer service provided to its buyers. It's the percentage. Yeah, we've got that. We know all that. So yeah, 2 stars or less, or opening a case. Why are low review cases part of the ODR? If a customer leaves lower than 2 stars or less, or opens a case, it indicates they aren't satisfied. Yep. Got that. Common reasons for unsatisfied customers. So this is why they're saying do all these things. So common reasons that customers leave a bad review or open a case: the order's not delivered on time, it was different from what the buyer expected, and insufficiently handled issues. So they're just telling you sort of how you can, customer service things you can do to avoid getting this penalty. They're not saying this penalty is going to happen. Right, I'm going to jump back to me for a minute, because we're going to work a little bit more on my coals, because I want them to be hot coals. So into all the gaps, I'm going to start putting some of this red, and hopefully this will start making it look a little bit better. We'll see how this works. Anyway, back to the chat, and then I'll dive in some more. Art Lover, I think you should sprinkle glitter on your needle felted coals. Coals does sparkle in the light. Coal does sparkle in the light. I don't actually have any glitter to hand, and I'm trying to avoid the whole being covered in glitter type thing just now. So because once you start with the glitter, you can never get rid of it. So I'm trying not to do that. But just popping some of this red in. I want them to look like fiery coals, and I'm letting some of the fleece kind of go up the side and do random directions a little bit, because that's what it does. But yeah, sparkly would have been cool, but I don't have any sparkle. Lily, are you glamming up the coals? I'm not glamming them, I just want to make them fiery. That's the only thing, rather than just a lump of coal. We're not just going to send I'm not sending it to Etsy, but we're not just going to make Etsy a lump of coal, we're going to make a flaming lump of coal. I think that sounds even better. Like Santa hates you worse if it's not just coal, but it's burning coal. Sophie, yeah, it's the time of year when people are very impatient. It is indeed, yes. They need their stuff, they need it now. Again, a lot of the time, I'm lucky, I suppose, because my items are custom made, people realise that custom made takes a bit longer, so generally they're okay with me. And if your policies and everything are in place, that's all you can do, and you set your delivery time fair. There's nothing we can do to avoid getting dissatisfied customers sometimes. Sometimes people are just a nightmare. Alright, back to this. Where did we get to? So, how's the shop's ODR evaluated after a warning? So, if you had all those 3 things in place with your high ODR and you got a warning, the shop receives a customer service warning, Etsy will review the shop again within 90 days. So this is the thing, people are looking and saying that over 1% your shop's getting shut down. Now, we are hearing of shops getting shut down, but I bet you there's a lot more going on than they're telling us about. It's not just this one thing, but they're not saying this 1% is going to get you shut down. They're saying this 1%, if all the other things are in place as well, this 1% is going to get you a warning. And then after the warning email, Etsy will review your shop again within 90 days. So the shop must remain in good standing by providing customer service that's all the nice things. Orders are dispatched in time, accurately decide, blah blah blah, yep. Orders placed 30 days or more before a warning aren't included in the next review, but Etsy may review the overall level of customer service during this 90-day period. So again, that kind of makes sense. They're going to dive in and look at what you're doing for the next 90 days. So the letter is giving you a chance to pull your socks up or get over Christmas more importantly. I don't think most people that are over 1% at this time of year are doing anything wrong. It just happens. So if Etsy wants to spend so much extra of their time chasing up people when customers are just being pigs, let them. So you get your mail, don't worry, just do good for the next 90 days if you can. And if you do, that should be it. That should be sorted. So yeah, there we go. Improve your shop's ODR rate. Another thing to do, if you get this or if you're getting high ODRs, look at if there's anything you can do. Adjust your shop policies, adjust your shipping times if you're not making it in time. I know most of you are probably doing more than all the right things, but just in case. Right, well, while I'm at it, I'm going to add some oranges and reds to my fire, but we'll still chat through this. Hang on, check the chat first while I'm doing this. So I've got red in, and then I believe the red sort of goes further in coals, and the yellow is going to be focused in the centre, and I've got a little bit of orange. This is my plan. We'll see that when I felt totally off the cuff with everybody watching, I'm pretty sure it's going to end up looking awful, but it's fun anyway. Art Lover, what am I doing for Christmas? Oh, thank you very much. I will be visiting the mums up in the Highlands. I'll try. I just discovered, Lily, you'll have this. We kind of spoke about it on somebody else's live stream, the Nimmons, Nick Nimmons live stream yesterday. But I've got stories now, so if anyone's on a mobile phone and doing YouTube, apparently on my mobile phone I can do stories. I have no idea what that is or anything, but I might try doing that to keep you like a little bit, show you what's going on in the Highlands if I can figure it out. So if anyone likes stories on YouTube or understands what they are or the point of them, I'll give that a go and see what happens. But yeah, no idea really. But yes, I'll be up visiting mums in the Highlands, taking the 2 dogs. Ben, oh, you can actually see a bit of Ben. The camera's zoomed out. Yeah, so that's my plan. And what is everyone else's plan? What are you all doing for Christmas? Little bird, yeah, international shipping that causes the most issues. Absolutely. I mean, I'm hoping I've dodged the bullet this year, but usually most years I've got international orders to go out by the last shipping dates for that country, and not all of them make it in time. I've posted them in time, I've kept the customer updated, and thankfully they've not complained at me, they've understood, but
there's always one or two that never make it in time. So fingers crossed, touch wood, do all the stuff. Hopefully all of them are there in time, and I'll have a good quiet year. If not, people messaging me on Boxing Day going, Boxing Day, Christmas Eve, that's the one. People message me on Christmas Eve going, will it get here on time? And you're kind of like, Christmas Eve, what do you think? But I don't actually say the things that I think because, you know, customer service. Ooh, chat's going faster than I expected. George on the Rocks, glitter multiplies. Oh yeah. I think it definitely breeds. You made Christmas cards 2 years ago and still finding scattered pockets of resistance. Yeah, it must breed. There's no way that it just is like that. Veronica, you've thought about offering domestic orders only, and I haven't run the numbers, but I think international orders account for about 5% of my refunded orders and fewer than 1% of orders. Oh, if it's so little, then yeah. Gigsy Art, sorry a little late. What you working on? We're making Eatsy's Christmas present. It's it looks like a strange kind of stress toy. It's supposed to be coals for Eatsy. I'm just going to add some yellow to the very centre to try and make it look hot. We'll see. It might work. This might end up being an absolute one of my worst felts. One of the first lives I did, I can't remember that there weren't many people on it. Had a nice chat with a couple of people. I can't remember who they were now. Wow. But a couple of years ago, one of my first lives, I decided to needle felt a Pikachu live. And yeah, it's so much more pressure felting when people are watching, and he was an abomination. I am sorry, Pikachu, he was terrible. So yeah, it doesn't always work as you'd hoped when you're doing it live, but hey, it's fun. Hey ho. River City Creatives up for stories. I will look into it. I will look into doing the stories if you guys are interested. Everyone is banging on about them. YouTube say that channels grow so much faster if you've got stories, and I don't even look at YouTube on my phone, so I don't know. I don't know what stories are. Right, let's learn about stories. Thanks, Veronica, letting Gigsy Art know what I'm up to. Yeah, Little Bird replying to Veronica about cutting. Yeah, I think if international orders are being an absolute pig and are not bringing in that much traffic anyway, then it's best not to do them. Personally, initially, the first few years on my shop, international orders, well, orders to America were the biggest thing. I barely got any orders to the UK. Now I'm getting slightly more orders to the UK than I am to America, and a few worldwide. It's kind of fun to get worldwide ones, but it's not if they're a nightmare. But it's fun to see the places, and like my postman quite likes looking at them when I take them down to the post office. He had a good chuckle at Chattanooga the other day, and we sang a little song together over that. That's pretty sad, isn't it? But it was fun. So yeah, that's the thing. Mary Duthie asking how many mums do you have? Just the one, but I speak about you in plural. Guinea pig, just spending Christmas with your mum, sisters, and the piggies. Well, of course. I hope the piggies are getting spoiled with Santa Paws. Sophie's going to Belgium to spend Christmas with her boyfriend. Oh, I'm excited for you. Right, need pictures of Belgium. That sounds really cool. I've never been. It's supposed to be lovely. Queen Leonie, hello lovelies, yay. First Christmas with just you and your 24-year-old daughter. Oh wow, looking forward to just us. We had a big family Christmas last weekend. I think that's kind of good if you've got big families, if you do it before Christmas and then just have the Christmas you want sort of at Christmas. Amanda is working 5 hours. Oh, and we're going not traditional with tamales. What's that? That sounds cool, but something different for dinner. Sophie, OMG, last year I had someone message me on Christmas Day telling me something hadn't arrived in time. Can I believe that? I can indeed believe that. I get orders on Christmas Day sometimes. I get messages on Christmas Day, and they don't stop and think. It's like, maybe I wasn't checking my shop on Christmas Day. I was. I was still online. I was still replying to things. Not on New Year's Day though, because it's a Scottish tradition. You don't do anything like that on New Year's, on the 1st of January. Apparently, I think my mum just made that up to avoid paying the milkman one year, but who knows? She's on here. She can defend herself. Little bird. Hopefully customers are understanding. In general, they are. Sometimes people can get a bit annoyed and don't appreciate it's out of the seller's control. Yeah, there's always some people, but in general, most buyers know. I mean, I'm sure we've been there ourselves. You order something and then you're like, oh, is that actually going to get here on time? So when we're selling, we have to think like buyers as well, and as buyers we've ordered things at the wrong time. We've been a pain to to sellers sometimes as well, so yeah, we've got to think of that. Denise, hi guys, just realised the time, your phone notification didn't go off. Oh, bad phone. See the start of the track catch up, trying to make a zebra bookmark. Awesome, cool. I've been, as usual, lots of my cat bookmarks have been popular this year. I really want to try different animals again. I had squirrels and silver foxes and all sorts of things, just run out of time this year. Oh, I've got a sneeze stuck somewhere. Guinea pig had a USA order yesterday via Etsy despite switching international shipping off. Might have to cancel the order as the customer's not replying. Oh yeah, that's a pain. Sometimes they just don't get back to you. I just made sure in my policies, my shop policies, I state what I do in the case of them not replying. But in general, if you think they're going to be difficult, just refund. I know the money's nice. I'm sure we've all been there where that order means quite a lot because it can pay for the things that you need, but sometimes the bad review and the stress going backwards and forwards with an angry customer, the stress is not worth it, especially not this time of year. So just bin them. JV, looking good, those felted coals. Thank you. It's not what I pictured in my head, but there's something going on here anyway. I might add some more red. I don't know. I'm just trying to give it more. It's difficult to do sharp, jaggedy edges on felting. I'm just trying to do that, make some crevices and angles and stuff. So we'll see what happens. JV, you are late. Just checked your ODR rate and it's all good. Great. Thankfully, yes indeed. I'm sure most of us breathed a sigh of relief when we saw it was okay. But I just want to be talking about don't panic if it's not okay. It's not as bad. I mean, I know we've all heard horror stories of people's shops being closed down, but half of the time it's because they're selling Disney stuff or something like that. You know, they go, my shop's just been closed down without warning, and then you look into it and it's like, yeah, did you really think selling 100 Mickey Mouse ears was going to keep you a shop for long? It's a bit cruel because people just don't know. Veronica, you were just getting started, had an order that took forever to get to an island in Spain. And the buyer even said her mail is slow, but she still gave you 3 stars. Oh, that's rubbish when they even know that their postage system is pants. Oh, I hate that. I mean, there are some places that the postage isn't so great too. I was surprised that my post office and my experience has said that Canada mail hasn't been so good. I'm more than happy with my Canadian customers, and they've always been absolutely lovely and understanding that their mail isn't so great. But yeah, I was surprised by that. George works in retail, so I have to work on Christmas and then New Year's Eve and New Year. That's not fair. No. If anywhere that I've ever worked that needed, I used to work in a chemical plant that had to keep running all the time, else the bugs, the bacteria died, so you had to keep it going all the time. But whoever did Christmas got New Year off, and whoever did New Year got Christmas off. That was always, it was actually, I did Christmas the first year because it was a party condition. This is a great con. When you were getting interviewed in the middle of the summer and they said the newbie does Christmas Day, I'm like, okay, agreed to that then. So that's how they get round that, the newbie does Christmas Day. But it was actually kind of quite nice to be in on Christmas Day. Get a bit of peace to yourself. Was it? No, the New Year's Day. Yes, somebody else did Christmas because she was miserable and didn't like people, and then I did New Year's. Yeah, but it's all right. Ooh. Art lover. Dad would always be with us for Christmas, but he sadly passed away in September. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No, Christmas won't be the same. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's tough. But 87's a good age, but that's no comfort. I'm sorry. You have a good Christmas though. It'll be different. It doesn't have to be rubbish. Paula McCorner lives in Chattanooga. Sorry, total change, but it just sorry, that place name makes me smile and sing songs. Gixie Heart likes the Grinch sweater. That's me. I know that I can't. Right? Can I show you this? Main reason I got this, apart from it being a miserable Christmas jumper, is this bit. Right. Turn the camera down to the attractive places. It's got these reversible sequins, which are so much fun. And they say ho ho ho, or what does it say if I do it the other way? Can I read this? Can you guys read this? I can't read it at this angle without taking it off. I know it says ho ho ho, but then I'm not sure at the other side. But it's something grumpy. So yeah, thank you. Love my Christmas sweater. Have I even got the camera back in the right place? I shouldn't mess about. No, that is really bad. There we go. Better. That'll do. Veronica, yeah, first Christmas after a loss is tough indeed. Mum, yep, quite right. If you pay your bills on New Year's Day, you'll be paying bills all year long. So you don't pay bills on New Year's Day. Yes, I just remember her there's the postman. No, it must have been the milkman. Milkman came round for his money, and she was like, "Nope, can't do it. I'm Scottish." So yes, so New Year's Day, everyone should do the things that you love, the things that you want to be doing for the rest of the year. Do them on New Year's Day, and then you'll do them for the rest of the year. Veronica, more than once I've refunded and cancelled an order when I can tell the person is going to be unhappy no matter what I do. Yeah, there's a fine balance. I've had a few customers that seem a little difficult, but it's more that they're particular. And I've found once we understand each other, although it was like super hard work, they turn into a really good repeat customer. So sometimes my gut's telling me cancel this order, but I keep working with them and I make the changes. Because a lot of people that do needle felted sculptures won't take commissions because they can't deal with... The simple fact is, you get the commission, you create it, and you send the picture to the customer, and I'm going to say about 50% of the time the customer comes back and wants changes. Now, a lot of people can't cope with that, and I know it's like being told that your work's rubbish, and you've got to step away from that and say, it's not them telling me that my work's rubbish. sometimes literally it's just the tiniest of changes, a little trim of the hair or a little bit longer. And if you can put the ego aside, it's hard. Sometimes I have to like read the review and then step away and think, okay, I get often like on the same day, because I'll photograph a few together, so on the same day I'll get from someone going, oh my god, it's amazing, it's the best thing ever, that is so cool, do you mind just doing this, and they mention a whole ton of changes. But because they started off with saying how much they loved it, you feel more positive. And then another person saying, no, that's not quite right, you need to do, can you change something? And it's like, can you change the angle of that ear by a millimeter? And I totally can. But I feel it's because they started in the negative, no, that's not right. I just feel like, oh, this customer's not going to like it. And you just have to get by that and say, hold on, they're only asking for it's a fraction of a change, and then they'll be happy. So it is difficult. There's the balance between these people are never going to be happy, or, do you know, I just have to do a little bit. And with some of them, I've found they're the kind of people that, you know, they'll come to me and they'll say, everybody else cancelled orders with me and they're terrible with me, and, you know, and I'm sitting going, I can kind of totally understand why people cancelled. Don't say that to the customer. I can understand that, but at the same time, once you work through it, they can be okay. So sometimes the gut's not right, but if it's too much stress, yeah, bin 'em. Denise, great logic by mums. I thought no one did anything on New Year's Day because we're still rough from the night before. There is that also. Well, the secret to not having a hangover on New Year's Day is to just don't stop drinking. Just keep going. This was my plan when I was a student many years ago. Not only did we had Christmas, then we had New Year, and the drinking for New Year continues over quite a few days if you've got like lots of people to see. And then my boyfriend's brother had his birthday on the 3rd of January, and then my boyfriend has his birthday on the 6th. My dad was the 8th, I was the 16th, and my best friend was like the 23rd or something. So January's were just written off, literally. So no hangover till February. Not advised. Okay, this video is not intended for children. Veronica, forgot to count Canadian orders as international. Yeah, but you grew up in Michigan. Certainly can't remember any Canadians being impolite in their orders. Some stereotypes hold. That's very cool. That's true, and it's a lovely stereotype. To be stereotyped as being nice people. That's pretty awesome. Mum, yep, good Scottish logic. Sophie, love the Grinch jumper. Thank you so much. Javier, does it say define naughty? It could well do. Yes. Define naughty. I like that. That's good. Mood changing sweater. Lily's just posted a picture of her felted Santa on the Facebook group. Also, right? I am going. I'm in. Hold on. Right. Facebook. Come on, Facebook. Facebook's spinning very slowly, and then we have to get into the group. That button. Oh, my friend's cooking cakes just now. I see that on Facebook. I'm not letting you see that. That's my personal page. But we'll go and snoop. I sees it. Right. I shares it. Santa hat, beautifully modelled on copper wire. I love that with the copper. sitting on a spool of copper wire. Yay! Awesome job. That's really cute. I love the stylized shape and way. And you did it in the colours, and there's
There's no cute eyes on it or anything. It's like a sensible needle felted thing. Very awesome, I very like it. That's the right button, yes. Thank you so much for sharing. If anyone else wants to share, because I'm on the Facebook page, I can remember that it's Pam Duthie's Crafty Friends. There we go, I got it right for the first time on a Sunday, like ever. Yeah, Veronica thinks it's defined naughty as well. That totally makes sense. That sounds on brand for the Grinch. George on the Rocks, you only do commissions after they answer a few questions. Yeah, that's cool. And if they don't like it, you'd sell it in your gallery show. That's good. Yeah, if you can sell them on. And unfortunately, my commissions are literally somebody's dog or somebody's pet. It's not all. So I can't sell it in general unless that, thankfully, the two customers that would be getting coal in their Christmas basket from me, the two customers that have been a bit of a nightmare, they were always generic dog. It was a breed of dogs, like I think it was a Rottweiler and a King Charles Spaniel in standard colours. So they were fine. I managed to sell them. I just bunged them on eBay and sold them for next to nothing because I was happy for them to go to people who actually wanted the dogs. So there you go. Lily Tree, I'm determined to meet the not made for kids classification. Exactly, you may monetize my content, but you can't sue me for being kid friendly. Canvas and Chroma, happy holidays to you too. Art Love, how old are your dogs? We have a greyhound and she'll be 12 next year. She didn't do well at the track. She would wait for the rabbit to come back. Now that's it. Oh, I love her. Yeah, that's smart. Oh, you other dogs you chase, I should stand at the end here with my mouth open. Brilliant. Ben's 12 and Mia's 11. Well, he's very good at just snoozing through a stream. There's Ben, which does mean that he's going to be up all night whinging at me because he'll want to do stuff because he slept all afternoon. But yeah, 12. Is he just coming up to, I'm losing track of dates, but yeah, he's 12. He's an elderly boy. He's starting to feel it a little bit, but yeah, still happy. And me's 11 and still as daft as a brush. Lily Tree, Santa hats on inanimate objects is my thing. Cool. Mr. I have no idea about Spanish words. Sorry. Lily Tree made the hat so you can thread it onto a hairband and wear it. Also, I think that'll look super cute. Need to see that too. Yay. Right, we didn't finish this ODR thing. Really need to do that. Because there is reasonably good news about this. It's not a big deal. I don't think it's a huge deal. Okay, so we got to, you can improve by dispatching on time, by making customers happy. So what happens if I don't improve my shop's ODR rate? So you've got your warning, you've got above 1%, and you've had your first warning letter, and then they've watched you for 90 days. So if you don't improve it, shops can receive up to 2 customer service warnings. Now so to me what that's saying, I don't know if it means in total or basically you've had your warning and then you've been watched for 90 days and you still haven't got back up below, you're still above 1%. It sounds like they give you another warning. You can have up to 2, so that would be another 90 days. That's how I'm reading it anyway. So you can get 2 warnings and then, but I assume that's 2 warnings at any point. So if you've already had 1 warning, then you've got to watch your back. But it's still, that's like 180 days of being watched. So that's not so bad. Shops that have received 2 warnings and continue to provide unsatisfactory service will be placed under review for permanent suspension.
Etsy may contact the shop regardless of its ODR if it receives a higher volume of buyer complaints in a short period of time. Okay, so them contacting you isn't the same as shutting your shop down, and it's under review for permanent suspension. Now, yeah, Etsy can shut down shops, and they can shut them down without warning, and they can shut them down accidentally, and they can shut them down because your husband's shop was shut down for something. There's a whole load of things, and it's not fair and it's not cool. But at the same time, if you're doing good and making the money, and they don't want to just shut down shops. This is the thing, people freak out. They don't want to just shut down shops because that's where they make their money. Okay, so after receiving a customer service warning email, shops have access to the customer service performance dashboard. Dashboard can be used to identify the types of issues buyers face, and this shows you a list of recent low reviews. Here we go. So we're not supposed to have access to this. But somebody, right, so you get access to this once you've received the warning, they'll give you the link to this. So we're not supposed to have this. Okay. But once you've got it, then you can see it, and it will give you an idea. The list of your recent low reviews and cases, your daily order dissatisfaction rate, the dates the customer service warning was issued, and the date when Etsy will evaluate your shop next. The link is in the customer service warning email your shop just received. So basically you'll get a warning which will give you a link to this. Somebody obviously got this, shared the link so we can all see it, but we're not even supposed to be seeing it if we haven't had the warning. But it's there to show your cases and your low reviews and stuff. So yeah, not supposed to see that. I hadn't read this low in this thing. But anyway, so it's not as bad as get below 1% and your shop's shut. Get below 1% and you'll get a warning. That warning means they watch you for 90 days, and hopefully you can fix things within that 90 days. Things can get better because it's the 90 days since the warning, so the bad stuff that happened before, that's all gone. And also they're saying if you suddenly have a big run of unhappy customers, they might contact you. That all makes sense. How it's written just now isn't a bad thing. It's not to say that it can't become a bad thing. It won't be bad for some people. It's not good or bad. It's just a thing. The problem is Etsy have in their policies, they can shut your shop down for whatever reason they want anyway. They're not desperately wanting to, because your shop makes them money. Okay, I don't know if that's helped to dispel anyone's fears or anything. It's not great, but it's also not terrible, and it's not different. I think it's just a case that somebody got this link and has been sharing it with people, so because we've been able to see this link, people are freaking out, and that isn't exactly what Etsy wanted us to do, but we're not here to do what Etsy tell us to do. So anyway, that's that. Veronica, it doesn't sound like any of the ODR thing happens on an automatic basis, so hopefully they won't shut down a small shop who had the bad luck into running into a handful of cranky customers. Yeah, I think what happens is that first, the email that's sent to you is sent automatically. I think that just happens, but the rest of it, you're under review. People are going to look. So yeah, it's not a case of customers are going to start holding you to ransom. If you've been doing relatively well, if most of your customers are happy, Etsy's not going to dump you for that. And to be honest, right, the Christmas rush, many shops are going to be like mine. If you've had bad customers just now and you get a warning, say you get a warning just now, what that's going to be looking at is the sales that you make in the next 3 months of the year. I don't make many sales in January, February, March, and customers are way happier. And so you know, so you've got 3 months. If those 3 months, then everybody's happy, then that's fine. You're not under review anymore. So I'm not freaking out that, well, thankfully, touch wood, I've not had anything bad yet. I could get some customers that hate me, who knows. But I'm pretty sure I could be below 1% for January, February and March. Hopefully, pretty sure. Touch wood. I mean, these things happen. Art lover. Oh, thank you. Hi everyone. Can we give Pam a thumbs up? Nice to see so many people in live chat. It is totally lovely to have people to chat to. It makes live videos so much easier and so much more fun as well. It's not me giving a presentation. It's us talking, which is cool. Oh, Veronica, on the phone it's hidden. You have to shut the chat to get the thumbs up. That's interesting. See, that's I'm going to have to learn how to do things on my phone. I do it all on my PC, so you can have like multiple. In fact, I see like quite a lot of YouTubers don't just have. They're not just on their PC. They have multiple different monitors, so they've got lots of screens. I don't even know how to do that. Anyway, guys, right? I think I'm just randomly stabbing at this. It's not what was in my head, but calls for Etsy. Yeah, I think the main thing I'm not happy with is I should have had more calls. A big. Where did I put that? Come here, you. That's not the right thing. That's the right thing. Right. Let's try it like that. Does that look better? Does that look worse? I don't know. But if I'd had made more calls, but I didn't want to leave you all here forever. But yes, so kind of not just coals, but burning embery sore coals. But I kind of like the idea of putting the flaminess down beside it. The camera picks it up and makes it look way brighter than it is. Anyway, Etsy. Merry Christmas. So childish, but sometimes it makes you feel better to do something like that. And we've got all that nonsense off our chest. We've got all the Etsy being a pest, all Etsy doing the terrible things that they've done in 2019, so we can move into 2020 and have awesome shops. That is my plan. Anyway, yeah. So that's us. I don't know if there'll be any more live streams this year. We'll see what's happening, but if not, we're gonna hit next year. We're gonna hit next year well. But thank you all for joining me. If you have any more questions, stick them in the chat. But that's me winding down. Gonna get my tea soon because I'm starving. Canvas and chroma. How's everyone's sales been? Your December sales have been slow. Yeah, my December has been non-existent, but it's fine because it was fine for me because my November was so good, and I put my shipping. Sorry if you can hear. I'm playing with the sequins on the top. My November was awesome, so I've not really had sales in December, but I wasn't wanting sales in December, so I'm okay. Hi George, thank you so much. Great call. Lily, mastering your mobile. I know a man that can help you with that. Yeah, who is probably live just about now. But yeah, someone we know. D Nimmin, if anyone wants that. D Nimmin has a YouTube channel on how to do YouTube on a mobile phone. Gigsy, thank you so much. Good to see you. And George, thank you. Yes, have a great holiday, everybody, and I will see you in the new year, if not before. Thank you all so much, and yeah, ta-da.